Hello everyone, and welcome to another amazing unboxing with Mark and Sarah and Eowyn. Today we are unboxing some things that we ordered while we were at Dice Tower East because we played them and we really enjoyed them, as well as a Kickstarter that fulfilled while we were there. What do you think, Eowyn, huh? All right, enough of that. Let's get into the unboxing. We played Sky Team while we were at Dice Tower East, and we loved it. So we ordered it, and it got here just like the day after we got back. Today. Yes. In fact, it just arrived at the door like 2 minutes ago. Why am I questioning
yes,
that? Anyway.
When did this arrive? I remember going to the door. I remember opening the door. I just brought this inside.
It's okay. I have a good memory. What are you talking about?
You have a good memory for games.
Uh-huh.
Apparently not for events.
Okay, so what I'm looking at... we have our player
this is a
screens.
cooperative game where we're trying to land a plane, and Mark can't remember when he pulled a package out of the front door, so it's going to go really well.
Here is the player board, and these things, as you can see, all these will be punched out and thrown away, and then this will become the player board. And
that's why it looks so different. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I do not remember this space looking like that. Okay. So
this will go there.
So that you know to throw it away.
Yeah, this will go there, and it'll do that kind of thing, indicating...
Oh, the upgraded one from Tom's
it was
library
stinking
was
awesome.
So much better.
So this will look like that once we punch it. And we have a whole bunch... Oh, first of all, we have a do not eat packet.
Do not eat packet.
Don't eat that.
Okay.
Okay, then we have a whole mess of components. We've got airplanes and coffee mugs, and there's a rubber band in there that I have no idea what that's for.
That's awesome.
And Eowyn's making a mess in the background.
Eowyn is playing with the box that we just took the packages out of.
And then we have dice. So for the orange player and for the blue player, the co-pilot and the pilot.
That's kind of fun. Those are your favorite colors.
Yeah. And I believe these are for making this thing stick together so that it isn't just, flopping.
Oh, okay.
And then we have more punched components, punchable components. These right here are the button lever thingies, switches.
Oh, yeah.
That will go here. And
man, again, that copy that Tom had in the library with the metal pieces.
Yes, with the metal pieces.
We might have to find those.
We might have to. I'm not sure where he found them. I think they were on Etsy or something. But yeah, we'll have to look into that. And the first pieces that you put up here, actually the other way around, for that first level. And then underneath here are a whole mess of other things that you're not supposed to look at until you get to it.
Oh, that's right, because this has kind of like a campaign?
Yes, a
flight
little
log.
bit of a campaign flight log thingy. So I'm going to put this back.
That's going to be really fun.
Yes, it will. Yeah, so we have the rule book, which I didn't look at with you guys, sorry.
Landing procedure.
Landing procedure. And this here's the instructions for how to assemble that. I read this at the Dice Tower convention, and it's a great rule book.
Right, Mark's been wanting to play this with me for a couple conventions now.
Yeah.
Oh, I just went to sit down on the chair, and Eowyn is on it, and I almost sat on top of her.
It almost did.
Hi.
All right, and the flight log, which is the campaign-ish thing.
Okay.
That's going to happen. So there you go.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we learned it and played it for the first time at East and really enjoyed it. The thing with Sky Team is I didn't know how much replayability there would be because it's basically the same game every time. You're trying to do the same thing every time. But it comes with a little bit of a campaign, and that's where Mark and I both went, I think we can invest in this because that looks like a lot of fun.
And it looks like there is a turbulence expansion that says, fasten your seatbelts, it's going to be a bumpy ride. There are malfunctions, jammed landing gear, extreme climate conditions, 10 new destinations, and 20 new scenarios. So
Wow.
When
all
we
right.
get through this, we're going to have to look into that Turbulence expansion.
Yeah, we definitely can.
So that is Sky Team. Prepare for landing. There we go. Okay, so we played Harmonies at Dice Tower East, and Sarah loved this game.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
It really is very cute.
And it is an abstract strategy game, but it's one that is actually...
Are you going to say it's one that's actually fun?
That was the word that came to mind, but that's not what I mean, because...
So,
yeah.
if you've seen our review on Mezzin, you will know that Mark does not love abstract games.
Right.
But
So
apparently
here we
he
go.
didn't mind this one.
I didn't mind it. It's still an abstract strategy game. It's not my favorite. If not for Sarah, I probably wouldn't buy it.
Right.
But it was fun. And so here is your rule book, or rather our rule book.
Ooh, it is ours. We have paid for it.
As you can see, it's a very good looking game too. And it appears this is the rule book in 2 other languages. And then we have a baggie, in which we will put all of these.
I love the components.
So yeah, these are all
Really nice.
chunky wooden pieces.
Yeah, they're really nice.
And yeah, they're very nice.
So Harmonies has been on the Hot Games tables,
A score tracker.
a score tracker, at Dice Tower West in March, and I didn't get to it. So I was happy to get to it at East and realized I like it. I see why it's a hot game.
A bunch of cubes. I
Oh, yeah,
see
these are
some clear ones amongst the amber ones, which makes me wonder if that, because we played this side of the board,
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that's for this side of the board
I guess we'll find out.
or what they're for. Yeah, we'll definitely find
So
out.
the cubes are supposed to be animals in that particular habitat, is that
Yes.
correct? Okay.
And then we have some player aids for the different sides of the board.
So Harmonies is also on BGA, which is Board Game Arena.
Yes.
For those of you that like to play games online.
I don't know what
and-
these are for. These
Those are pretty.
clear. These are clear.
Ooh, this is a
It shows a
maybe
clear
little
one. So this,
mini
yeah.
expansion, or just
I don't know.
once you know how to play the game, you can add these in.
Could be. But these are the ones that I recognize from playing the game ourselves.
Yeah. So Mark's been playing this on BGA, but he didn't quite know how to play it or really why he was doing certain things. And then when he read the rules before we played this one, he said, "Oh, now I understand why I was doing what I was doing
Yes,
on BGA."
exactly.
So if you're playing it on BGA and you don't understand it, maybe get a copy of the rule book and it'll make more sense. So in
Oops.
Harmonies, we're placing tiles on this to create the habitat, and
Yes.
then you have specific cards that you can score.
So in this one, oh, this is the other ones. But in any case, in this one, you need 2 river tiles and then 2 mountain tiles on top of each other.
And then once you have that, you can put your cube on that exact one, and it has to be in that exact layout. And then
It can be oriented in any direction.
yes.
But it has to be exactly this layout.
And then that is how you score.
Yep.
Very cute game. I liked the cards, I liked the colors, I liked the pieces. And it definitely, there was some strategy there, so.
And it's one that I will be willing to play again.
Yeah, so definitely worth a play, and for me, worth a buy.
Yeah. That is Harmonies. Next we have First Rat.
First Rat.
I don't even know where Sarah heard
So-
of this game.
It was at Dice Tower West in March. I was talking with somebody at the library, and they said, "Have you heard of First Rat?" So I wrote it down, and Mark and I didn't get to it while we were at West. And I was surprised to see that they had it in the East Library, which, for those of you that don't know, the library at Dice Tower East is also the library that they have on the cruise. So
Yes.
they will probably have this on the cruise too. For those of you that might go on the cruise, you can play this game.
We have a rule book.
We have a rule book.
Yeah, this is it's a silly looking game, but it's actually got a lot of depth of strategy, and it was very fun.
So First Rat is the rats trying to get to the cheese moon.
The
Is that
cheese
correct?
moon, yes.
Nice.
This is the first rats on the cheese moon. All right, we'll look at those in a minute. We have a whole bunch of rapples.
Reeples.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Of rat meeples, along with some burrowing rats and light bulbs, and some do not eat packets,
I see that.
or a do not eat packet.
Yeah.
And then we have.
I'm sorry. We have to stop and figure out the name for the rat.
You go
meeples.
right ahead.
So
I'm good.
We
can
played
move on.
Evergreen, and they have treeples, which is why I thought of reeples.
Don't
but
eat this
It
either.
doesn't make sense. You're right.
Bunch of cubes.
Anna meeples. Animal meeples.
Right. We have a score sheet. A mess of bags. Oh my gosh. We have a whole.
Entire drawer in our college shelves.
Yes.
An entire drawer
Dedicated to bags
filled.
that we will not need to continuously use.
Oh.
All right, then
If
we
anyone
have.
needs extra bags and you're going to a con, let me know. I'll bring you some.
Right. Okay, so then here are.
But you better show up because they're not coming home with me.
Uh-huh. We have some cards, which I don't recognize. Oh, this is probably for the Automa. Yes, Robo Rats. So if you're playing this
No
solo,
way. That's funny.
because this goes, doesn't say there,
Robo Rats. I love that.
1 to 5 players. So for 1 player, you're going to be going against a Robo Rat Automa. And so this is going to be dictating what that Robo Rat does. I'm going to go ahead and punch these now.
Ooh.
Wharp, wharp.
Well, that was easy.
Yep.
Was
Okay,
that satisfying?
these are player aids in the player color. Rocket Rat's Guide to the Moon. We have all of these punch boards. Look at this. For all of the different resources, and then the variable board setup, and all sorts of
That's
stuff.
really cool.
And then there is the board itself. So, right here,
Ooh,
you have the board.
that's got a nice table presence.
Yeah, and you got the different color spaces and the scoring for each of these different things that you can contribute to building the rocket ship. And then on the back, you have a variable setup board,
Wow.
where these all get put on randomly based on, you know, the early spaces, and then the somewhat early spaces, and then the middle spaces, etc. And all the score tracks are variable as well.
That's neat.
So, yeah.
Lots of replayability.
Oh, yeah. That is First Rat. We got a Kickstarter fulfilled. Some of you may also have gotten this Kickstarter fulfilled. This is Citizens of the Spark.
Awesome.
And I'm super excited for this. This is a set collection tableau building game. And it has just beautiful art and a ton of cards in here to get mixed and matched. Ooh, look at that. It's got Spot UV on the
does.
cover.
Yeah, it's the camera's not picking it up too well, but it does. Oh, there we go. That's super cool.
And on the sides too.
Oh, that's so pretty. Well, if the box looks that good, I bet the contents are going to
Right?
look even better.
All right, so we have a Thunderworks Games catalog. We can put that aside for later. We have a rule book.
No way, they have a rule book.
Believe it or not, they tell you how to play
Oh
the game.
my gosh, look at the art.
Very well laid out. We'll see if the rulebook is any good.
Oh my gosh. The art is fantastic.
Yes. So these are the notes. So this is how each of the cards work. So,
That's really nice.
and then awesome. They have recommended card sets, the setup reminder.
They even have something for a short game.
Cool.
I haven't seen anybody do that before. That's really cool.
And then you have a board to be punched out. And this is an extra thick board, which is really nice. I like really thick chipboard tokens.
Yeah.
And so
yeah,
that
if you,
would be
if
really
you can't
nice.
get an upgraded wood piece or
Right.
metal, the really thick cardboard is nice.
And then you have rules for solo play. Might as well look at that. I'm sure there's an automa in this as well. And then we have, look at this insert. This is a great insert right here. We have dividers.
Awesome.
So look at how many different sets of cards there are in this game. You've got a divider for advisor, agitator, bandit, champion, collector. Look at all of these dividers. Holy moly.
All those cards are in this game?
Warrior. All of these cards are in this game.
Wow.
And they're all right here.
Oh, wow.
So let's open at least a few of these, if not all of them. All right, so we have the scouts. And if I remember right, this set right here is the set of scouts. Every single one of the cards in this set is exactly the same.
Okay.
And you're going to choose, or at random or not, a number of sets based on your player count, etc., and play just with those cards. Soldier, that's really cool. And these cards will play off of each other or against each other in this game of set collection and tableau building. I believe these are the randomizers. Yeah, I think these are the randomizers, meaning you will shuffle this. Yeah, exactly. You see advisor, agitator, bandit, etc. There's a card for every set right here. You'll shuffle this deck up and pull out the requisite number of sets.
Okay.
And then you find those and you create the deck or the bank of cards with that.
Okay.
And then we have 5 player aids and a solo player aid. So obviously this is a 5-player game. There's the back, by the way.
Oh, that's neat.
That's the back of the regular cards. Here is the back of
Oh, that's beautiful.
the randomizer cards.
Okay.
Which that's interesting because I would rather have that be the back.
I agree. I mean, it's nice
the
because it
regular
shows all the
cards.
factions.
Yeah, and it's been a while since I've seen how this game works. It's possible that an upside down card works for something, and which is why they put that there. But regardless, that is some beautiful artwork, and that is nice to see. I'm gonna open the rest of those later. We don't need to go through all that right now. Then we have these small cards, which I believe are the automa.
So Mark really likes playing solo games.
I do.
I think he would prefer to play with other people, but he really has a very nice collection of solo games.
Yeah. In a game that isn't designed solo, most of the time, the vast majority of the time, I would rather play it with people.
Right.
Yeah, I do enjoy playing solo games. So this right here appears to be the automa for each of these different types. And I don't know how that works at all. These ones right here do not have a name on the side. And the rest of these have a name for each of those. So you probably put these in the automa deck in addition to the factions that were chosen for this game. I'll bet you, and then shuffle that together, and that's probably the automa deck.
Yeah, you might be right.
And then we have some blue cubes that are sparkly, some blue sparkly cubes, and some clear sparkly cubes.
Ooh. Very nice.
And then we have these, and I'm not even sure what these are for. So these are probably, come on. Yes, these right here are for the cubes.
Awesome.
Boop, boop.
Built-in storage for the game.
And these cards, as you can see, will go right here.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. That's got a
And
nice
then
little-
we'll punch this out, and that'll go right there.
Cool.
And then we'll punch these out, and these will go right here. Which actually makes me think that these are not for the cubes, these are for these.
Ah.
No, these are for the cubes, and these are for these go in there.
Okay, well, there you go.
So you see cubes there.
Oh, I do see that. Huh.
In addition to that, we have a transmission pack for the Citizens of the Spark that came because we backed this, which comes with, as it says, 30 new cards, which is 3 sets, 10 each, 3 randomizer cards that will go in the randomizer, 3 dividers that you can see right here, and 3 scintilla cards for solo play. So these are cards for the Automa.
Wow. See, what does every good card game need?
A great insert.
More cards.
Oh, I'm sorry. All of the above.
All these cards, and you're like, and there's another pack with more cards. I'm like, well, hey,
Exactly.
every great card game needs even more cards.
Right? Thank you for joining us for another amazing, stupendous, indubitably wonderful unboxing with Mark and Sarah. Have fun playing games.
Bye.
Bye-bye.